Welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, sharing in this now moment with myself and with one another. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome and welcome back if you have. My intention is unity and oneness. I want to just go into a little flow and share some, well, we'll see where we're guided to go. This will be a short one, theoretically. So as we shift our awareness and our frequency into the package, the packet of information that is rolling in, if you will, from the energies that are rolling around all around us, we begin to sense that there is more in store. We begin to sense that there is more around the corner, so to speak. We begin to sense that there's more. As we open this door, we allow more to roll in. And we would play with this for a moment, for this is a reference to, I'm hearing rolling thunder, let the good times roll. I'm getting like the cars, our vehicles, I'm getting a reference to moving forward. I'm getting a reference to the rolling stone. I'm getting a reference to a bunch of things. We share these plays on words, and we will share these plays on words over and over again, because this is how we are intertwined in communication. We, in the sense of we, the Carrie and the group that Carrie connects with frequently, her team, as she likes to call them, are very attuned to language and the linguistics behind how it is that we utilize our vocabulary. And the reason this is so important right now is because a door has been opened. A door has been opened that gives us access to many different time potentials. And there are many different stories about time that are being transmitted in this particular time frame of your reality. And we share our language frame by frame that allows us to connect into many different frames all at the same time. This orchestration of communication is a symphony, if you will, of many different phonetics. I'm seeing play on words like dialing up, using the phone, how it is that we exchange information. And anyways, symphony, of course, is many, not just one, and it's connected to sound. And so we would invite you to turn back into this space that is within you so that you may continue to create from this space that is within you. And there is much more that is available through this open door in regards to this particular time stream confluency. We'll play with this a bit, but we wish to harp on the subject. I'm seeing like literally a harp that you play with strings. And this could be a double meaning as well. Of energy and frequency. For as some people shift into a higher domain, others choose to sift through the remnants of the old domains. And I'm seeing like scavengers. I'm kind of seeing like this, the leftovers. Like there's some people that are going through the scraps thinking that's all they have available to them. It's a weird picture that I'm getting. We invite you to sift through your own energy, if you will, and take out the trash. We invite you to take out that which you have used and recycled time and time again, and choose what it is that you would like to create moving forward, rolling forward in this new version that is you. For as we open to these new frequency exchanges, we give advancements. We are allowed advancements. We speak these advancements aloud. We feel allowed. We allow these energies. I'm seeing a play on words with advancements. Whew. For we are not stuck. We are moving, yet some people feel stuck. And those that are sifting through the old remnants that feel as if that is all they have at their disposal are merely afraid to let go and dispose of the old energies that are no longer relevant for their new ascension, expansion, understanding, etc., etc. Some pieces of the old are useful, and you know mostly what those are. Much of the old, however, is being encouraged to be released, to be let go of. For as we let go of those things, we begin to open up and make space for more. We begin to feel more into the space of this open door and pathway, pathology, way of speaking, way of exchanging information with this new energetic confluence. This will take time for some to understand that we have already, I'm hearing the word rapture. Remember Blondie, that song Rapture? But I'm seeing like we're already there, but people are waiting for it. And there's other people that are sifting through what they think they need to hang on to because it feels safer. It is for some people a scary thing to say we are new, we are born anew, we are so fresh and so new. We have found ourselves into this fresh view. We can change our view at any time. For we are so used to longing for something that when it has arrived, we miss the package. We do not necessarily see that the package has already arrived, and some of us see that the package has already arrived sitting on our countertop, and we have yet to open it. For we are ignoring it, so to speak, because we are focused on when the next package is arriving, or thinking that this package isn't as important as others that have yet to come. We would invite you to know and to notice that within you have a miraculous, advantageous moment now in time. And we say this as a big announcement, yet it is truth. It is a big announcement. For we have announced now is the time for this rebirth that many are waiting for. It has already begun. We are already creating the next chapter, and the chapter that we were in has already unfolded and brought us to this particular moment or grouping of time, in time, and through time now. So in the beginning of this message, we were going into, let's say, 5 different areas of information and accessing different implications of these information, or seeing the different implications or applications that this information could imply. For time is a tricky trickster, and yet we are masters of time once we realize that we are the ones that are creating it. There are those who we think hold power over this particular set of numbers. And we would say to some degree, play on words, that is true. Yet at a higher variable, there are more variables than those who have access to certain degrees are able to see. And we are providing, I'm hearing prevailing. We are providing with more consistency the ability to work with fluidity in this next chapter, in this next domain now. So those that are accessing the older chapters that are looking to break the bank, so to speak, break the bank of our own intuitive bank. I'm seeing like, whenever I refer to bank, I see value system, and I see like where we have access to so much more. It's like where we hold all of our value. Okay, that's a big plan word. So this isn't just about finances. This isn't about financial stuff. This is bigger than all that. For the time capsule that many have been encased within, we could say from one perspective or one degree or one varying angle or one varying degree has shifted. This capsule no longer is fully controllable. And we are playing with these words, and we understand that time can be somewhat confusing and coded even for the speaker that is sharing this message. True. Yet let us keep playing with this for a moment, for we would invite you to see that you each are creating, and the book that you are creating is chock full of information. It is chock full of what you have within you, what you have access to. That which you are is birthing itself. Therefore, you are the one that is creating itself. Therefore, you are the ones who are creating that which it is you are seeking, looking for. Creation, creating. Play on words. I'm hearing also creatine, like, isn't that like a something you use for like a supplement to help increase, I don't know, charisma or not charisma, being called to play with that. All right, here we go. So I'm just being called to share. A lot of this is double meaning. And so creating the basics on Cleveland Clinic, it says it's a natural source of energy that helps your skeletal muscles flex or contract. It helps create a steady supply of energy in your muscles. So this is like a double meaning. So we're the muscles, we are the we are all of that. And we're creating this in this new creationary body of energy, body of information. We are the bodies of information. We are the substance that is creating the substance that is giving us substance for our story, that is making our ideas, our concepts, it's almost like I can see it in my mind. It's difficult to actually share what it looks like. But if you just picture infinite amounts of bubbles, I see everything in bubbles, all interacting and breathing together in a harmonic energy of waves that form these bubbles like cymatics. Each of us carries this as a resource to the giant pool of infinity, of energy, of it's like there's nothing that isn't connected, and there is nothing that can't be used as a resource in this. Yet to enjoy this, to feel into this, to feel the joy in this is important. And that requires us to let go of limiting patterns. So when I say everything can be used, the question becomes, well, why can't we just use some of that old stuff? Why can't I take it with me? And the message my guides are sharing with me is you can, and you are, because it's imprinted within our DNA. Everything's within the Akashic records, if that's what you want to call it. All of that is already within us. But we can let go of the ensnarements, entrapments, and belief systems of an architecture that is no longer supporting the newer, advanced story that we are in the process of co-creating. And of course, I'll get back to that later. So we go through this because there are many different layers to the stories in which we are sharing, telling, and co-creating together. The way in which we speak, for example, in this particular channel, carries with it a tribe, if you will, of many different stories, energies, and understandings. And once we communicate in this way, we can go into many different variables that are held within the framework of this bubble, if you will, or this hearing honey gold. I'm seeing a honeycomb, seeing the sunflower, right? The fractal. So we come back to this now moment and invite you to feel in this now moment whatever it is that you are feeling, to recognize the feelings that are no longer helpful, that are no longer part of who you are becoming, so to speak, and realize or see yourself now as that which you already are becoming. So this is the recognition that you are already that. And once we continue to be in presence with our true presence, it allows us to form our reality from that state. And that state of awareness allows us to dissolve some of the old applications that are no longer able to launch us into the next. I'm hearing signature, but that's a plain word. Signa, pattern, domain. It's not efficient. So while some of those things that we were hanging on to were helpful, they're no longer something that we can use efficiently. And they're slowing us down. They're weighting us down. And I'm hearing weights and measures, and I've talked about this before. So what happens is they weight us down, and then we measure what our value is based on that old energy. And I'm hearing gravity. So Part of that is an old system. And so there's this idea that we're basing how much we have access to, so how much we have access to, how much we are worth as a human, how much our value is, how our system actually works. And then we're basing how far we can go based off of those old adages. That's a play on words. So ad age, old age, right? We think we're this age, but in actuality, we are, I'm hearing, much older and much younger. So we can essentially grow younger because of our joy in accepting this and realizing this and feeling our full value, while simultaneously we connect into our old soul network, right? Our ability to recognize that we have so much more and so many deeper connections that have already been established. So a lot of people are looking for that. And we're in such a habit of looking for that we're missing, back to what I said earlier, the package has already been delivered. So open it up. Some people have opened up the package and don't want to look at it. I mean, there's so many different ways that we can say this. So we will keep this short and sweet. For the honey, the nectar that is within your own packaging, your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, your template structure that is re-accessing that which it already has access to, is being brought to fruition, play on words. So the fruit, the nectar, and the honey, the fruits of our labor, so to speak. We are giving birth, the labor, and this is in part, oh boy, just went into crazy flow. The energy that we are accessing is allowing us to bring forward to it this ring, this new ring on the tree of time. And the way in which this ring operates has a different structure. Therefore, those that would seek to operate or to control time are outside of this structure or template and do not have access to the full template. They are working off of a broken wheel, so to speak. They are working off of an old diagram that doesn't match up to the new diagram, for the new diagram has already been written and yet somehow is inaccessible to those looking to plug in, who are not able to fully connect their own chords, their own tune, their own frequency to the new dimensional view. And we are hoping that some of you will understand what it is we are referring to. Yet it is not necessary to go into the who's, what's, why's, when's, where's, and how's. Just recognizing that our relationship with time is significant, and it is significantly different than the old system and the old way in which we operated. So we invite those who are working within these operations, those of you out there who are participating in this now moment with consistency and fluidity, to share with others how it is that you operate in your own mechanism from the heart and from a place of patience, kindness, consideration. For not everyone will understand this new technology that is actually old technology that is being brought back to, I'm hearing the front line, the focus, the human. So we have many different messages to share on this, but we will end on this note. To stay in your center, to share how it is that you are expressing from a place of fluidity and love, yet also staying within your own center. For each person will operate in these new dynamics in their own way, in their own set of currencies. So we are not here to get in each other's way, if you will. We are not here to get into each other's wave, if you will. Yet we are all riding these waves, writing these waves that are now held within this structure or template. Therefore, we are being called to work together. We are being called to access these potentials in many different ways, for there is not just one way to rule them all, so to speak. For I'm hearing, let me be your rulers. Who's that? What's that song? No, I'm way off key. But anyways, like we're all the honeybees. We are all the queen bees. We all have access to this nectar that is within our own human technology and template. So there is no one that is better than the other. It is how we choose to use this energy that is going to give us more access to the creative abilities and talents and tapestry that we are weaving, meaning we'll see the tapestry that we are weaving if we choose to utilize our talents and our gifts from within our own wave, within our own diversity. And diversity isn't even the right word, but it's a good word to use because it's a play on words. It's like diversity, verse, right? So it's how we write, how we speak. It's what's held together, the sentence in a book. It is also diversity. Like it's where we live, right? But it's allowing us to dive in and see from a deeper perspective without having to control the template of how everyone is operating. We're each individually doing this together. Does this make sense? I kind of went all over the place. Maybe I'll have to go back in this video and kind of dissect it a little bit and play with it. I think that would be kind of fun. But I have a session, so I've got to run. And I just want to say, in love and light, guys, have fun co-creating. We'll talk maybe more in the near future and maybe go in to a channel flow with the guides about the pineal gland, how the new organs are functioning together, what some of the new information is that's coming in, and we'll play with that later. So in love and light, have fun co-creating. Namaste.